Dear learners, today we will study about the new trends in curriculum development, making child aware for environment. This is also a new trend in curriculum where we are trying to familiarize our learners with the surroundings, that is natural environment, and the approaches through which we are familiarize them are quite different. Let us see. This is the first diagram. So the teacher teaches the learner to show that what is environment. So students are playing in the environment. On the other side there is water, ducks are floating and swimming, and the beautiful environment of jungle we have observed here. A person is always surrounded by four-dimensional environment consisting of psychological, cultural, physical and social conditions. So it is very essential that we have to familiarize our students, our learners with these environments, because the psychological environment makes them happy, healthy and motivates them to do something new if the person is psychologically healthy. Cultural means that is related to our traditions, that is related to our taboos, another kind of not the taboos but the cultural environment is concerned with the traditional way of living, and physical, that is related to our natural environment, social conditions where we are surviving, we are also the member of this um, social society. So what are the condition of the society, what the society says us to do new, these all are concerned with the environment. So our duty or the duty of a teacher is to familiarize learners with all kind of environment, that is biophysical environment. Along with this, the approaches are quite different. That first I presented one picture that show that what kind of environment is around us. We are showing this to the learners, and the psychological conditions are personal to the individual. The cultural conditions are the products of his mobility for his social expansion, and the physical conditions are always natural to him. The physical environment includes living beings, non-living beings, geographical landmarks, topography and climate conditions, man-made features, health, nutrition and sanitation. The social conditions or environment consist of the family, community life, festivals, community helpers, services and the mode of production, procurement and supply of essential commodities. It also constitutes socially acceptable habits and attitudes for effective living and functioning in a society. The various conditional or environmental factors are dependent upon each other in a complex manner, and the use, in case of failure of any of the four, there will be not remain any choice regarding lifestyles and behavior of the individual to maintain a society useful, productive and supportive ecosystem good for all. It means that all the environment, that is psychological, sociological and natural, these all environments should be healthy, because the learner always interact with these conditions, and these conditions should be healthy so that the students, the learner can get the good experiences around the surroundings that affect a lot their personalities, their way of thinking, their way of living, etc. On the other hand, if the four environments or conditions mentioned above together work well, then there can be happiness in living and efficiency in working. All environments may have various types of buildings, streets or other rural or urban features along with the essential services in the community. All these have science ideas, uh, all these have science ideas embedded in them, and many of these have developed as a result of the application of science principles and due to advancement of technology. So, all the phenomena, all the happenings that are going around us, this is our duty to familiarize them with the processes, with the kind of all the reasons, logical reasons, why did it happen and why, what is our duty, what is the need to think over the point. The plants and animals constitute the variable biotic components of each environment. The attitude, topography, geographical features, weather, conditions, crops and soils are another set of variables that vary from place to place. For the elaboration of environmental ideas in these features of environment, which vary from place to place, common points of inquiry may be structured in such a way that responses of the children and the result of their explorations reflect the inherent variabilities. Superimposed on all the variable feature of environment is the phenomena of change. The study of such changes will not only familiarize the children with the underlying environmental concepts, but will help in sharpening their innate power of observation also. So, the way of teaching learning in the classroom and just to listen the teacher, that is in a passive way, that has been replaced by such kind of pedagogical practices that the students try to understand why does it happen and what is my responsibility towards my environment. So, this kind of new trends in curriculum also make the students, also make the child more confident and more a kind of keen observer, that what is my responsibility in that particular situation. So, the way of curriculum transaction, the way of curriculum planning is in such a way that we want to prepare the learner to learn more about the things that happens around us instead of only going through the textbook learning. So, this is the new trend in curriculum planning that makes the students more confident and more dynamic and more good thinker, that what I can do, as well as this kind of trends are helpful to develop suitable skills in the students, that what kind of skills are required for solving this particular problem. In the study of these changes through guided explorations, the child will naturally acquire an insight into the environmental processes, and thus the study of his own surroundings, the child is expected to develop certain attitudes, concepts and skills which will help in the study of their environments in time and space. As such, environmental studies aim at educating the young child to be better equipped to face the ever changing environment in his future life. So, how to develop environmental awareness among students? This is also an example that through the curriculum planning, how can we develop the kind of awareness, how can we develop proper attitude, how can we develop suitable skills among the students. So, this is an example that I have taken from the environment. So, how to develop environmental awareness among the students? It is one of the important duty of the teacher to give full guidance to the students to learn how to study the environment, and here are few suggestions which may be giving to the students. First, read with a purpose. When you are going through any kind of book, any kind of learning, first you read it with a purpose. What is your objective after going through this kind of messages, with this kind of instructions that delivered by the teacher? It is wise to study with some particular questions or problem in mind rather than just to read aimlessly. You are in the classroom, learner is in the classroom without knowing why he is sitting here. And what is the purpose of study of this particular text, he doesn't know. So this is a kind of situation where the student is aimless. So this condition should be avoided, and efforts should be made to read with purpose. With the definite questions in the mind, students will understand and remember more about environment if they read with guidance. So what the student is going through, the passages, going through the learnings, what kind of message, what kind of objective we have for this particular content that learner should know. List a series of questions with the help of students before you start to read about environment. This is very essential that any kind of learning taking place in the classroom, the student should have questions, because the question makes the students learning more perfect, and it also makes the brain faculties strengthened. So it is very essential that list a series of questions with the help of students before you start to read about environment. Environment is just an example. Any kind of topic that we are planning for curriculum, the way should be, in that way it should be teaching that the learner should have so many questions from the content, and these questions may also be written on the blackboard and organized into an outline which may be used to guide the students about the environment. So we have written these questions on the blackboard. This is the just approach. You may have this on your computer also. You may have this in the form of PPTs and slides, and you may have in the form of certain kind of queries or certain kind of question mark. Whatever you are writing, there is a question mark. Okay, what will be happen if does it? So these questions may also be written on the blackboard and organized into an outline which may be used to guide the students about the environment. What kind of environment is here? What kind of questions be giving to the students, and what will be the way to get the answer from the students. So these kind of approaches are new trends in curriculum planning, where the curriculum planner try to make the students more strengthened, try to make the brain faculties more powerful, and to develop logical reasoning among the students. Be sure that what the topic on environment is, and then read chapter or section. Keeping list of questions in mind, remember to read the main headings. Instead of going through the chapters only, this is very essential that you put the heading, and under this heading what are the sub concepts, that should be very clear among the learners. They will serve as a general guide. Decide which parts of the chapter or section are most important in answering the questions that students have in mind. See, this is the example that I have taken from the environment. What kind of questions a lesson is having? What do you understand by the physical environment? This is the first question. What do you understand by organic environment? What is biosphere? Name the three realms of the earth. What is ecology? What factors favor the plant and animal life on the earth? Explain the term ecological balance. What will happen if there is disequilibrium? Now, I present one example from the environment. Some key questions of the lesson are: what do you understand by the physical environment? What do you understand by organic environment? And what is biosphere? Name the three realms of the earth. What is ecology? What factors favor the plant and animal life on the earth? Explain the term ecological balance. What will happen if there is disequilibrium between the various organisms? So, these are the questions that we have arranged to make the study analytical. Analytical means that analyze the content and try to understand why does it happen. Instead of going through the paragraph and just to learn it, just to memorize it, no. We have analyzed whole content into smaller questions from the environment and it put before the class, so the students will try to give the answer of these questions. Word and terms to be added to students' vocabulary. It is very essential. Sometimes I am asking to the students, what do you mean by NCERT? Unable to reply because they only know NCERT is an organization, NEPA is an organization. The full name they don't know. So the vocabulary of the students be increased and strengthened and be enriched. It is very essential. Hydrosphere, extinct, atmosphere, pesticides. These are the two columns. On the one side we are giving the words that you have to match with the second column. So it is a kind of learning that makes the students' analytical power more stronger. Ask your students to give their opinion and think it over. Do you agree that the earth is a unique planet in that it has an atmosphere containing oxygen in abundance? If so, name the other planets where life may be possible. Why is life not possible on Mars? So this is the reason. How is it that the other planets in the solar system are not likely to have any trace of life? This is also the reason. So the logical thinking, logical reasoning we are enhancing by asking such kind of questions to our learners. The environment in which we live consists of four major elements: land, water, air and living organisms. Just think of a world when any one of these four were missing. Could the living organism survive without water and air? This is also a question. Students should be required to do the following. Make a chart having two columns A and B. In the first column A, make a list of all the things that form the physical environment, while in the second column B, make a list of all the things that form the biological environment, and make a list of all the instruments that one would require to collect data about the physical conditions prevailing in the atmosphere. See carefully how each of these instruments help us to collect data and report to your class what you learn from them. Make a neat diagram showing the four distinct layers of the atmosphere and also mark the limits of the distinct layers. Train your students to work together. It is very important for the students to learn to plan and work together. One way in which they can learn to work together is to form groups, to undertake activities listed in things to do section, and share the results of different groups through discussions, and this will help them to learn more and enjoy the work. So, what way we present the students, in what way we train them in their activities, and what kind of activities are likely to be take place, that all are planned by the teacher, and curriculum planners give a space for such kind of activities in curriculum framework. The following is a good way to plan activities for each lesson. Read the things to do and section, and through class discussion decide which activities different group will carry out. This is the responsibility of a teacher. Students may also suggest other activities related to the lesson which they believe would be interesting and profitable. Discuss the result with each other. This is the manner that in which you have to present the questions, and the answer of these can be searched out from such kind of content. Activity is essential for developing awareness among the students. Tree plantation, organizing camps, co-curricular activities, essay competition, self-composed poem, painting competitions, celebrate birthdays of the students by plantation, by honoring the guest given green plant pot as a token of honor. So these are also the new trends that have been introduced in curriculum planning. That what kind of activities you may take around us? You may plant a tree, you may organize camps, and you may learn from co-curricular activities, from extracurricular activities and the curricular activities that are the components of any curriculum. Essay competition, say for example, very burning topic, and give this topic to the students that you write it. Before entering the competition, they will prepare for appearing, and they consult the books, they also organize the ideas, and they put all the ideas in competition as a essay writing. Self-composed poem, few students are very good in reciting the poem, so they may also have their own composition, own writings, so they may be encouraged for such kind of activities. Painting competition, few are good in drawing skills, so they may be given an opportunity that what do you want, what do you learn from the environment, please draw it. Celebrate birthdays of the students by plantation. We can remember, we can give a tribute to our great leaders by doing such kind of activities, and these all activities should be given a space in curriculum planning. And the last one is by honoring the guest, giving green plant pot as a token of honor. So this is planner that we always present to our authorities, that this is honor from our side. So the way we present the plant, and why we are presenting the plant, why it is essential that we should grow the plant, such kind of questions that make our students more stronger and to know about the environment more in a logical way. These all kind of activities should be given due space in curriculum planning. See, this is the scene of a tree plantation. Students are doing this, enjoying, and it is a kind of learning that makes the students more happier. This is the kind of rally that the students are going to make the others, to make the villagers aware for the literacy. See this is also a co-curricular activities where the students are decorating the stage, they are decorating the environment, that before start of any kind of function. So this is also a kind of activities that make the students more active, more dynamic and more confident. Essay competition that I told you, this is also a picture for essay competition. The students are expressing their own views in own handwriting. self-composed poem, that is also an environment, and the student has listened. This is the words from the side of the students, and the good and appreciable poems can be presented in the classroom. The leaves in the water sit almost perfectly still. With each coarse ripple, they tremble and shake, inching closer to the shore and our gently rustling boat. So the rhyming words are also there and give a message to others. Painting competition. This is also an activity that the students are painting and they are trying to present their views through their brush and colors. Celebrate birthday of the students by plantation. Birthday of the student means that if the someone has a, because the birthday is a special day for everyone, and the students are coming with a kind of toffee and other sweets. So this is okay, but along with this they also give some kind of message that we should plant a tree in the school or around the home just to make the environment more happier and to make it more healthy. On this birthday, make a difference, plant a birthday tree. Plant a birthday tree initiative, this is from the website. By honoring the guest, giving green plant pot as a token of honor. Each one teach one program, that is one who is literate is teaching to someone who is not literate. In that way फिर काश जो हमारी साक्षरता की रोशनी है and the light of literacy we are spreading from one hand to another. Teaching environmental education as a compulsory subject at a school stage. This is the why we have putting this subject as a compulsory, because so many learnings that the students receive from this subject. So such kind of subject should also be given special kind of place in curriculum planning. Use reusable bags. So stop using polythene and give the message to the masses, to the public, that go green, save the planet and go green. So thank you very much for this listening me patiently, and what we have learned from this lecture, we have learned that the practical aspect should be giving the more opportunity in the curriculum planning, because as we are putting the theoretical concepts, the students are unable to understand, and lot of complexities are there in understanding the textbook. So try to bring the content nearer to the students' heart and mind, so that they can understand what is right and what is wrong. And as we are putting the concepts by practical activities, that are the organizing the camps, by organizing a rally, by different kind of competition, essay writing and the poem writing and this painting. So these all kind of co-curricular activities also enhances the students' expression activity, and new ideas come in the brain and they try to put all the ideas on the paper. So this is the way how to plan the activities, how to plan the lesson in curriculum. So these all are the new trends in case of curriculum planning. Thank you very much.